Dracoslayers are here. Now let's play it in rank. So I'm going first. I'm going to use Revolution. They're going to Gamma. I'm going to max C. Now I draw one card and I drew another Revolution. I'm going to use Revolution one more time to searching for a Luster Pendulum. I'm going to scale my Pegasus. I'm going to scale my other Pegasus. I'm going to activate the Pegasus because I know they don't have an Ash. Now I'm going to pop the Pegasus. And then when you use the Dynamite is going to special summon the Pegasus. Pegasus' effect while having Sky Iris. I discard the Dissolver. Now here I knew they had a Bestial by then, so I'm going to use Luster. Luster pops the Dynamite to add another Dynamite. Summon the Dynamite and then make Beyond. No Effect Veiler. That means I'm going to add Sears Scale. Now I have to force pen here. That means I'm penning back out Pegasus and Dynamite. Now because I know they have a Bestial, the Odd Eyes line to go into my next play is dead, so I'm just going to have to end a little early here, which sucks, but it's unfortunate. And that's okay, so I'm going to add in the Arc, scale the Arc, make the Electromite here. It's going to pop the Sears. I'm not going to use Sears effect to add me back the Revolution, it's pointless. And because I'm only playing one copy of each of the Odd Eyes engines, Astro here is not going to search anything, but Astro here will just become a body. So that's what summoned the Dissolver. Because they have a Bestial, they cannot target the Dissolver under the Arc effect because Arc is not a target effect. So I'm going to make Vortex, and then Vortex, I misclicked, bounce to Gamma, meant to say no, but it is whatever. Anyway, make the Appaloosa and just pass with the Imperm Apple Vortex. Yeah, good enough. But yeah, I misclicked on the Gamma. But anyway, they're going to activate the Bestial here. I'm going to have to negate that with Vortex. That way they cannot destroy over my, they cannot run over my Appaloosa. And now it can activate its effect, so pass with this, back to them. It could have been -3, but oh well. Anyway, we're gonna Lightning Storm. I'm going to Vortex here. And now they're going to Safer. I'm going to Imperm that. And they're going to White Dragon into Striker. Striker is going to add them Boot Sect. I'm not going to negate it. They're going to Charmer. I have to negate here, otherwise they're going to the Black Dragon, but it is unfortunate that they have a Charmer, so Charmer is going to give them Beyond. Beyond plus that will make the Unicorn, so they're going to discard and then Unicorn bounce. So now we're both in top deck situation, because they have Boot Sector, now I have many cards. So I top deck Tactics, which does absolutely nothing right now, so I'm going to pass. Back to them. They drew into nothing, most likely. So they're going to Unicorn, run over, and yeah. Interesting. Anyway, back to me. So I drew Fenrir, which is good. So I'm going to summon the Fenrir. Fenrir is going to add me another Fenrir. And then I'm going to Sky Iris. Sky Iris pop it. And they're going to Maxi, so they top deck the Maxi. That means I'm going to add Valid. I'm going to give them one draw, but I'm going to attack this draw too. I'm under protection with Valid anyway. So Fenrir is going to banish it and then attack again. And then just scale my scale the Valid and then just pass. Now here, I think they top decked a Tracer. Yeah, they top decked Tracer here. So I can't wait. Hope they didn't open another Tracer, but they did. So yeah, they decided to go for Borolo instead of trying to go for Chaos. Huh. Anyway, I negated, but they decided to get back. I'm like, okay, whatever. Back to me, and now I'm gonna bait out that Borolo. I drew Ash, which is good. I'm going to scale the Might, pop it, they're going to negate it, which was total bait right here, because of both scales of 6. So my only summon that I can have is Astrograph, so I'm going to pen out the Astro, make the Baron, pop the Borload, and then they're back in top deck situation, yeah? So whatever the card they add is probably just going to get negated, unless it has a floating effect on destruction, which for Dragon Links, they don't have a lot of, unless you're playing Graveyard Heavy, which is really hard right now. Yeah, anyway, game number 2. I decided to take out the Imperm to put into Kurikata. Just for testing, I'm facing Tears. Now, Tears is an interesting one here. So they decided to go for the Fusion. That means they're going into Kikkalos. Kikkalos for them will then either send or add. They chose, I believe, to add. instead of sand to disrupt, which is fine. Anyway, I'm going to scale to Pegasus again. I know they don't have an Ash. I'm going to add and then pop one of the scales. Then I'm going to scale the Might. Might's effect to special summon the Pegasus. Then I'm going to use Pegasus effect to add me Sky Iris. Sky Iris is going to, discard as the cost, and then I'm going to link into Beyond. So Sky Iris is going to obviously be there for the Revolution play later. So I'm going to add Luster with Beyond, scale the Sears, and then pen from here. Pen 4, and then make me the Draco Inister Prominence. Activate effect, bounce the Kikolos, then link it off to make again Crash Heap. So I know they have a Bistio, by the way. So I'm going to play around it. I'm going to make the Dynamite. This is when they play around the Bistio. I don't care if they banish Synchron here. They're going to banish Synchron because they don't want the Baron, which is totally fine. I can still summon out the Maxi for Link Fodder. So because they're under Maxi, I get to draw a card, Pegasus, and then active Sky Iris. Sky Iris pops the Ignis in the scale to activate the effect to special summon, and then that becomes a tuner, by the way. Just letting you know. But I just chose to make it Exceeds. So I'm going to make a Bistol because we're facing Tearlaments. Then we're going to use our Revolution effect. Revolution is going to activate to revive back the Prominence effect again to special. Then Odd Eyes and Scale, and then I'm going to link into IP Masquerena and activate Ignister to pop the Sears, to bounce the Druid, to trigger the Arc. The Arc summons the Dissolver to make the Vortex, and make Hope, make Appaloosa pass. Simple. Yeah, very simple. And that is under Maxi. Anyway, game number 3. I open Ash and Maxi, I'm going second. It looks like we're facing Tears. So I'm going to have to make sure they don't mill. So Ash to Sharon, then the normal, and then, yeah, they bricked. Anyway, back to me. So they're going to Mass Change. I'm going to have the Maxi here for the draw. Otherwise, I cannot Maxi afterwards. So they have Dark Law, and now I will scale the Dynamite. They're going to Maxi, I'm going to Ash it. They can't call this. And then Dynamite is going to special summon the Ignis. I'm going to go to Battle Phase. Ignis destroys itself to basically become a tuner for any Dracoslayer game. So, special summon the Ignis. Ignis go to battle. Run over to Dark Law. Now I'm going to beat it out to pretend I'm summoning Pegasus. But they don't know that Pegasus is a tuner. I only know that. So, now that she's a tuner, it becomes Ignister. Ignister's effect. Pop my Might. They're going to Imperm, which is totally fine. And then it's back to them. So now we're both in top deck. So whatever they draw, it has to be really good. Otherwise, they're going to lose next turn. And they drew nothing. Most likely a Halfness in hand, based off not adding or in hand trap of some kind. So I'm going to battle, get rid of the Dark Law. Then I'm going to scale the Pegasus effect. So I know it's not an Ash off the effect. So it's most likely Halfness. Added Luster, activate the Might, special that. So I'm going to use the Ignister Prominence, and it wasn't Halfness. Special, and they get to mill 3. So let's do what they mill. They mill Fusion plays. So Might, they're going to mill into Kikolos. Kikolos will then go into most likely Rukalos, because they cannot make Rhino Heart. Kaleido Heart. Anyway, so they're going to make Rukalos to try and disrupt me, but they cannot because I have a bounce off of the Ignister. The Prominence is going to pop the Pegasus and then bounce to Rukalos, continuing my plays from here. Yeah. And that is GG. Now, the last game, I think. This is basically full combo here. So I'm going back Buku to scout for an Ash, Baylor, Infirm. They don't have any. Pegasus in scale with the Might in scale, activate Pegasus. Now the destruction is optional, so I'm not going to pop, so I'm going to use Might to special, then activate again to add Sky Iris, discard the Butler. Then I'm going to link into Electromite. Electromite is going to search Astrograph, Electro, that's a full play. Yeah. And then from here, we are going into Beyond. I can go into Selene if I want to scout for a potential Nibiru, but right now, this moment, not a lot of people are playing Nibiru, so we are fine to go into Beyond, unless I felt like there was a nib, but in this situation, nah, I don't think there was a nib. Anyway, make the Beyond. Beyond is going to search me a scale. I'm going to search Sears and scale along with my Valid, because I can't pen it. So I'm going to pen everything in hand. Then Skyris pop the Valet, add the Revolution, and then Revolution's effect to add the Arc. Then scale the Arc, and then make the Prominence, and then make the other Pegasus, the Majestic Pegasus, or Paladin. Anyway, Steer's effect, add back the Revolution, triggering the Arc. Arc is gonna summon, you guessed it, Dissolver. Paladin's effect, special summon the extra deck of Dracoslayer name, and then I make a Cross Sheep. Now I'm going to tribute the Dynamite plus the Bambuku to make the Dino Stir. This will trigger both Cross Sheep and the Dynamite. Dynamite is going to add a Dracoslayer from the extra deck besides itself to my hand. Cross Sheep is going to special summon from the graveyard a level 4 or lower. I choose to special summon the Pegasus. Dino Stir is going to revive back the other Dynamite in the graveyard, and this will make me get this spell just in case they are playing Tears. Then I link everything off to make Appaloosa. Then I use the effect of Revolution one more time to summon back the Prominence effect one more time to summon another Dracoslayer. Then I make Vortex, then I make Hope, and that is a typical end board you will see. Very standard for Pen. Anyway, set the Imperm and just pass and see what they're playing. Adds the Revolution or end phase for extension plays, and follow-up plays of course. And it looks like a Pod Prosperity has been activated. I will negate that because I do not want them to search out. So, it looks like they're playing Kashtira's. I'm going to negate the attack on the Opal to attack the Harbinger. I'm going to have to Imperm here just to prevent it from trying to do anything other shenanigans because I cannot negate it with Appaloosa. Anyway, and that's basically GG. Yeah. Alright, take care folks.